Can I now request Justice Shriram to address the gathering?
Good evening, everybody. I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't know what to write, and it looks too formal. Yesterday at the full court meeting, when we had to respond after all our colleagues from various benches spoke, I didn't know what to speak. At 1:20, when Ayushi Anandpara came to my chamber to say goodbye, I suddenly remembered, oh God, I have to give a speech. Because she has been my co-speaker in the IMC arbitration seminar for the last 7 years. So I said, what do I speak? Then she said, speak about your journey, do this, do that. So that's how I got the cue. And I should tell you, I'm a first generation lawyer, many wouldn't know me. I never even thought of becoming a lawyer, let alone becoming a judge. In fact, in 2000 after graduation, I happened to meet my then senior Mr. Venkateshwaran at a social function. And he said, take up law, join me. And I joined for law, then joined him from the first year of law. Then when I finished, he said, try for 6 months with me as a lawyer. And that was the beginning, and here I am. My father asked me in 2005 whether I would become a judge if offered. I said no. And in 2017, I became a judge. I never thought I'll even become a Chief Justice, though I was sure, going through the exclusion method, I would be at least in the ADM by end of 2024. But circumstances brought me here. Mr. Nitin Bhai mentioned about my LLM in London. Rahul Narichania, my friend, was a year senior to me there. I borrowed his notes. I lost 2 files also of that. And I should tell you a very, very humorous incident, Rahul, at your cost. At Amrut Vernekar's daughter's wedding, about in 2014 or 15, he said, Sriram, you're doing very well. I would rate you in the top 5. So I said, so I'm 5th. So he said, no, I didn't say that. I said, if I'm 3, you would have said I'm in the top 3. But I really liked Rahul. That, and another thing what he mentioned to me is, you're hearing every matter relentlessly without a break. You should slow down, you will get burnt out otherwise. But that is what was driving me. The reason many may not know, I'm just going to tell you something personal because that could probably be a lesson for many who feel a bit down. Because I've had 2 major incidents, health issues. I had a hemorrhage in the court and I was rushed, so I carried 3 platinum wires in my brain because of that. And then I was running a risk of another hemorrhage in 19, so they put a flow diverter stent of cobalt and titanium in my brain. So my brain is the most valuable brain because one of the most expensive metals I have. But I worked despite all that. I never let that come in my way. I could have said, okay, now I'll go a bit easy. But what I felt was it's always better to wear and die than rust and die. And that kept driving me. What other point which kept driving me is the day I became a judge, when I went home, my late mother opened the door and she had a grin. She said, oh, I've got a judge coming to my house now. She gave me a hug and then she said, son, in olden days people would go to the king for justice. When the palace is far, they'll go to a temple and pray and cry for justice. From today, they're going to come to you and ask for justice. Don't betray them. Don't let them down. Just see how best you can help someone who has approached the court. And friends, that is what was driving me all the while. This is not a place, courtroom is not a place like hospitals anybody should be. So we also work, so when we don't get that kind of response when we are ready to go on, we get a little irritated. Pardon me, I never meant to be rude to anyone, it's just to make everyone deliver and complete the work assigned. For the youngsters here, I'm going to give some unsolicited advice, please forgive me for that. When you take a brief, please remember somebody is asking you to help them, and when you accept the brief, you are giving them an assurance, I'll do my best. You have to honor your word. Even if it is a pro bono work, having taken up the assignment, you have to take it up and do the best that you can. Just court work is absolute serious business. No joking, no playing around. You have to be prepared. And I can say for sure, even if others may not say, that I have been good with juniors, because I know what we all went through in some courts during our younger days, and I didn't want anyone to go through it, because you're the future. You're the one who's going to take this institution, and if you go to any other institution, take those institutions high. So I wish you all the very best. Do a thorough job, meticulous job. I've learned, the Nitin Bhai mentioned about various assignments that were given to me. And I should tell you, I enjoyed every assignment that was given to me. It came to a level that on second and fourth Saturdays I would get, or Sundays, I would get withdrawal symptoms because it's a holiday. First and third Saturday, though courts won't function, I will be in my chamber from 10 o'clock till 5:30. I'll wait for Monday morning on a second and fourth Saturday to get back to work. I've enjoyed in all fields where I was sitting, in all assignments, I've learnt a lot from the bar. And if I could deliver good judgments, it's only thanks to the bar. I do not know if I was left alone whether I'll be able to deliver. Tax assignment, you mentioned, Nitin Bhai, 2021 August. End of July, our then Chief Justice, Justice Datta, called and said, brother, you're going to be heading the bench from now, because I was sitting single until then. And I'm giving you the tax assignment from first. I said, all right, thank you very much. And he said, after a month or two, I'll move you to your comfort zone. I should tell you, after 2 months, I went to Justice Datta, the Chief Justice Datta, and said, sir, you promise that you will move me to my comfort zone after 2 months. I'm in my comfort zone, don't move me. Even if you want me to continue for the next 6 or 9 months, I can do it. And those 9 months till first week of May 23, 6th May was the vacation, were my best 9 months in my 11 years and 3 months here. The tax bar was absolutely superb. I learnt a lot. If my judgments have been good, it's thanks to the bar. And I should bring some competition among the tax bar also for the youngsters. It's a lovely field, and there is no ghost in the tax practice. You need to just apply, and it's beautiful. It's really very, very delightful, because most of the time you're only interpreting the sections, and that's what stimulates your brain. So I had a wonderful life here, enjoyed every moment. I had lovely bar supporting me. Now the journey goes on. I moved from here to Chennai. I don't know when I'll come back to Bombay. But I shall certainly be in touch with many of my friends here. If I have hurt anybody, please forgive me. It's only there is no absolute intention to hurt anyone. It's just to push you to deliver. Thank you very much for all the love that you have shown to me. God bless.